How can you be a confident home buyer here in Denver? That's a great question. And so the Denver real estate markets, has definitely been insane this year. And it's been one of the most difficult markets to buy in for several years. We've been having bidding wars since 2013 here in the Metro Denver real estate market. But it's also been one of the most rewarding real estate markets to ever own a home in. In fact, Denver has the highest home appreciation rate in the country by far. Since 1971, single-family homes have appreciated 6.5% a year on average. So you want to be a homeowner in Denver. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 tips on how to be a confident Denver homebuyer and homeowner long-term. The first tip that I want to talk with you about is the most important 3-digit number in America. That number is your Fico score, which can range from about 400 to 850. And what I want you to know is the higher your score is, the better chances you have of being a confident home buyer and becoming a homeowner here in Denver. Because the higher credit scores make it easier for us to approve your loan. We can often get you approved for a bigger mortgage or a better home, and also makes your offer look stronger to the seller and to their listing agent. And so I love being able to tell a listing agent when I call them with your offer, this person has perfect credit. It's near 800 credit score. But when your scores are in the 600s, it's more difficult. I can't say how great your credit is because there's potentially blemishes on your credit. So it's really important to work at your credit score and improving it. My second tip is, what's the 4-letter word that we as Americans hate? Well, here's what it is. It's not really 4 letters, but it's a cuss word. B-U-D-G-E-T, budget. No one likes to talk about a budget, whether it be us as consumers or our political leaders in DC. No one likes to talk about budget, but it's incredibly important for you to know your budget and what you can afford in a home payment. That's why when I started in this business in '98, one of the questions I've always asked every home buyer is, what do you believe or what do you feel you can afford for a monthly payment on a home? And I'll be honest, from '98 through 2008, almost no one ever had an answer to that question. They all expected me to tell them what they could afford, and I would tell them, I'm telling you what I can approve you for, which is a totally different number than what you can afford. And so sometimes I would joke with them and go, please realize I'm a commissioned salesperson, so if I put you in a loan at the max, I get paid more money. I don't want to do that. I want you to be a successful homeowner. So you need to know your budget and how much you can afford for a home. And so a lot of times this comes back to whether you're a single person or you're a couple, is taking a look at where are you spending your money. And one of the best tools out there that I've used is called mint.com. It's a website and an app both. And if you go, you can plug in very easily from your bank or credit union where you spend your money, and it'll spit out, wow, I spent $800 a month at Starbucks? Holy cow, what am I doing? And so it can help redirect you in your budget. But I like to call it, how we spend our money is really, it's not a budget. I like to use the word priorities. Money is a reflection of our priorities. And the great thing about priorities, they're easy to change. Especially like say if you're a couple, a lot of times, he or she, each of you have different priorities sometimes with your money, but you can come together and share priorities and go, wow, it's worth it to buy a home. So I encourage you to do that, to look at your budget, figure out what can you really afford, because then you can be a very confident home buyer out there looking at homes and able and willing to write an offer on a home right away. And before I get to my third tip, I want you to like and subscribe to my page down below. The third tip I want to give you is the 2 sets of numbers every mortgage lender should give you up front, but most of them never do. The first number is what's the monthly payment you're pre-approved for? And I break it out for you, my clients. I'll show you your principal and interest payment, mortgage insurance if it's there, homeowner's insurance, an estimate there, an estimate for taxes, an estimate for HOA dues. So you can see the total payment you're pre-approved for, and then you can compare it to the number that you feel like you can afford. The second number your mortgage lender really must share with you up front is your estimated cash to close. Everyone knows about the down payment, but I found most first-time home buyers never know there's other costs that they're gonna have to pay to buy their first home. And so what I do is, not only do I show you the down payment you gotta provide, I'll show the closing costs. I'll show how much you gotta pay in an estimate for homeowner's insurance for the first year. We'll show you an estimate for what's called an escrow account. We'll show an estimate of how much the HOA may collect from you as well. So you have a true number to work with as you're writing offers on a home. You know, okay, yeah, I'm putting $30,000 down, but my total amount of cash I'm gonna have to invest is $36,000. You now know that number. Most buyers do not know that number until they're under contract on a home, until they get their loan estimate from their lender. And I just encourage you to not let that happen to you. That's why I always give to each and every one of my clients what I call a PASS report. It stands for Pre-Approval Summary Sheet. And I should break out for you the numbers that you need to know, the two sets of numbers. And then we don't just do that. I and my partner, one of us will do a 20-minute phone call with you, or meeting, or Zoom meeting, to go over the numbers with you, to make sure you truly understand them, and to let you ask us questions. And I always tell my clients there's no such thing as a stupid question with me. So we always encourage you to ask. So I encourage you to work on your credit scores, okay, work on your budget, and then make sure you get these two sets of numbers from your mortgage lender up front so that you can be a confident Denver home buyer, but also a successful Denver homeowner long term. You know, if you want to get your own PASS report from a lender, please just put it down below in the comment section, and I'd be happy and honored to help you.